Okay, so in this video, we're going to convert from standard form to ordinary numbers. And I'm going to begin by doing some examples with large numbers. Now, large numbers have got positive powers of 10. So I'm going to do the first few, just kind of using the maths that's going on behind this. We have 6 times 10 to the power of 3. That means 6 multiplied by 10 cubed. 10 cubed is either, you could think of it as 1000, or you could think about it as multiplying 6 by 10 3 times. Well, if we do 6 multiplied by 1000 or by 10 3 times, we just get the answer 6000. So the number 6000 in standard form is 6 times 10 to the 3. 1.5 times 10 to the power of 6. Well, that's 1.5 multiplied by 10 to the power of 6 is a million. And I can show you this on the calculator. If I do 10 to the power of 6, you get 6 zeros afterwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 1.5 multiplied by a million. Well, that means you're going to take 1.5 with the decimal point, and you're going to take that decimal point and move it 6 spaces because of the fact we've got 6 zeros. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the decimal point will be here, and then I can fill in all of these gaps with zeros. So we get the answer 150,000,000. Putting the commas back in, that is 1,500,000. Now, we could have seen that that was going to be the answer, because with this power of 6, sometimes people think, oh, there's going to be 6 zeros, but there was only 5 zeros. The reason there were only 5 zeros is because one of these multiplying by 10s was taking it from a 1.5 to a 15. Then the remaining multiplying by 10s, the 5 of them, are what created those 5 extra zeros. So one of them multiplied by 10 meant that we went from 1.5 to 15, and then we got the 5 extra zeros. So I wonder if we can predict what this one will be. This will be 3.92 times 10 to the power of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means we have the 3.92. The decimal point is going to move 7 spaces because of the 7 zeros and because of the 7 power. So 2 of those spaces are going over the 9 and the 2, meaning there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more for the decimal point, which are going to be filled in with zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer, there's 392 followed by 5 zeros. If I put the commas back in, that is 39,200,000. So you can see actually 2 of these jumps out of the 7, 2 of them we used to go over the 9 and the 2, and the remaining 5 we used to go over to create these zeros. That's why there's 5 zeros, and 2 of them of the 7 were to get over the 9 and the 2. So we have 7.04 multiplied by 10 squared, which is just 7.04 multiplied by 100. And actually that one you can see straight away, that decimal point is going to jump over the 0 and the 4, and you just get 704, no zeros at the end of this one. And this 9.384 times 10 to the power of 1, that's just 9.384 times by 10. So that decimal point is just going to jump 1 space from here, from between the 9 and the 3, to between the 3 and the 8, so we get 93.84. Now, if I was actually just to do one little extra one that we might have here, let's say I had 1.34 times by 10 to the power of 11. Well, let's see if we can quickly work this one out. We would say that there are going to be 11 jumps. 2 of them are going to be going over the 3 and the 4. So how many zeros would there be left? Well, I've done 2 of them to go over the 3 and the 4, so there will be 9 zeros left. So we have this very huge number of 134 billion. Okay, let's have a look at going in the other direction of small numbers with negative powers of 10. So small numbers have negative powers of 10 here. And I'm going to begin by looking at this 3 to the power of 10 to the minus 2. Now, in some of my other videos, I've talked about what a negative power means. But for now, we can just trust me when I say that 10 to the power of minus 2 is 1 over 10 squared, or 1 over 100. I can show you it here. 10 to the power of, let's just change that to a minus 2, is 0.01, or it is 1 over 100. So this is really saying, do 3 divided by 100. Previously, when it was a positive power, we were multiplying, but this time we are dividing. And when I do 3 divided by 100, my decimal point is after the 3. I'm going to move it 1, 2 spaces. So my answer is 0.03. So this one, the 4.7 times 10 to the power of minus 4, that's going to be 4.7 times by 1 over 10 to the power of 4. That's 1 over 10,000. That is 4.7 divided by 10,000. Now, dividing by 10,000 means that you're going to take the decimal point and you're going to move it to the left. So I'm just going to write here, for small numbers, the decimal point, we are going to shift it to the left. For large numbers, you'll notice that the decimal point was shifting to the right. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you actually put the decimal point in and fill the gaps in with zeros. So the answer is 0.00047. Okay, let's see if we can go this one straight away. This is actually going to be 9.91 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 100,000. So it's going to be 9.91. We're going to take that decimal point and we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So it is 0.0000991. Let's write that out. 0.0000991. Okay, I'm going to see if we can spot any patterns. Here, the power is minus 2, and we have 1, 2 zeros. The power is minus 4, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. The power is minus 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So here, the power is minus 7. Let's see if we can go straight to it. There is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 3, 1. There are 7 zeros. So for small numbers or negative powers, there are the same number of zeros. As the power. But for big numbers or positive powers, that wasn't true. Here, for example, there was 11, but there was only 9. And that's because 2 of them get spent jumping over here. And let's have a look at another one here. Again, there's 7, but actually there's only 5 zeros because 2 of those jumps are going over the 9 and the 2. So this rule, this shortcut rule, only works for small numbers. Your turn. I want you to write these as ordinary numbers, and I'm going to do them quick in just a second after you've paused the video and had a go. So 4.2 times 10 to the 5. Well, one of those 5 jumps is going to get it over the 2, and then the other 4 jumps are going to create those extra zeros, so it's 420,000. This one is going to be 7 jumps. It's a big number, so the jumps are going to be going to the right. 2 of those jumps are going to go over the 6 and the 2, meaning there are 5 more jumps because 2 jumps, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps to refer to this. So we have 36,200,000. This is a negative power and it's negative 3, so we can go straight in and go 0.0012. Or you can think about the decimal point was here. It's moved 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left. Okay, 6.42 times 10 to the 4. Well, there's going to be 4 movements of the decimal point. 2 of them are going over the 4 and the 2. The third and the fourth create those zeros, so it's 64,200. Right, with the negative power, there's just going to be 2 zeros, and then I'll write down the 9, the 0, and the 4. So that decimal point was here, and it's moved 2 spaces backwards. You can have questions where you have 10 to the power of 0. That literally just means don't move the decimal point at all. That's because 10 to the power of 0 is actually just equal to 1. When you do 3.41 times 10 to the power of 0, you're just doing 3.4 times 1. So this one's a negative power. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and then 9, 2. 10 to the power of 5, well, 2 of them are going to jump over the 0 and the 2. 3, 4, 5, so it's 302,000. This one, the decimal point is just moving 2 spaces to the right because it's a positive number, so it's going to jump in between the 4 and the 3, so that's 194.3. And our last one here with the negative power, it's going to have 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 7. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to go the other direction. We're going to go from ordinary numbers to standard form. Found this video helpful? Then why not drop it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like the next video in the playlist, you can click here to be taken straight to it. And as always, wishing you the very best for all your studies.